Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Day of the OUYA TV. In our weekly recap, we look at new games that have been released for the OUYA that are worth your time. Here we go. This week's game highlights are 100Rogues by Fusion Reactions, Highflyer Defyer by Game Mechanics Studio LLC, Sine Mora by Digital Reality Publishing, Pizza Boy by Acne Play, Opta-X by One Multimedia, and Tokyo Hosto by Baller Industries. Before we get into the actual episode, I want to say that this is our last weekly recap before I go on vacation for 3 weeks. After that, we'll be back as usual. Now, let's start with 100Rogues. 100Rogues is our game of the week and it had to fight some very strong competition. Yet 100Rogues has earned the title because of its fantastic gameplay, unique game style and high level of detail. The game concept is basically a turn-based dungeon crawler in which you're playing the role of one of 4 heroes. I chose the brawler in this run, but I also tried out the knight, which was a lot of fun as well. In the end, I prefer the brawler, who's a mutated alligator. Your task in 100Rogues is to, and now brace yourself, defeat Satan. On your holy quest, you encounter all kinds of weird monsters, bandits, mages, assassins and many more. Whenever you are in a fight with one or more of them, you take turns attacking each other. Most of the times you handle yourself pretty well, but sometimes you just die. The challenging part of this game is, whenever you die, you have to start anew. The dungeons are then randomized again and maybe this time you'll have better luck. What struck a chord with me was one particular highlight, the paywall. What? The paywall? Are you mad, bro? Nope, I am not. The paywall is so funny that I just had to buy the game and support the developer. A genie asking for a tribute. How creative is that? The $4.99 don't hurt if you're only paying a tribute to a genie, right? In the end, 100Rogues is a well-deserved Game of the Week champion. Congrats, Wes. The next game is a game that definitely had too little coverage and has been overlooked by most of us. Highflyer Defyer by Game Mechanics Studio LLC is not only the game with the longest game and company name, but also lots and lots of fun. In Highflyer Defyer, you play as a reckless young adult who has to explore the area around the floating capital city and find artifacts and other useful things. Of course, that would be too easy, so your employer has equipped you with a fantastic jetpack that comes in quite handy on the hunt for coins and other treasures. Personally, I like this game with a long name and played it for several hours already. To get the full version you have to shell out $3.99, which is totally appropriate for what you get in return. Next up is our runner-up for Game of the Week called Sine Mora by Digital Reality Publishing. Sine Mora means without delay in Latin, which is quite the opposite of what you can do in this game. In this fantasy world, time travel is possible, respectively, you can slow down time. That nice little trick is very useful when you move your ship through enemy laser fire or rockets. But beware, you can only use that trick for so long and eventually your slowdown time runs out. And then you're just as dead in the water as I was. For $5.99, Sine Mora is one of the pricier ones this week, but you've probably already seen a lot of folks rave about this game and I think you're going to like this one too. You most certainly have a lot of time to test it out to see if you like the game, so download it now. Just make sure you have 250 megabytes of disk space left so you can install Sine Mora. Pizza Boy, our next game, is a little bit less expensive with $2.99 for the full version. Pizza Boy also has a little bit less depth, but is also a lot of fun to play. If you've ever enjoyed playing Super Mario, you're going to enjoy Pizza Boy as well. The two concepts are also very similar, which doesn't take anything away from the joy you will experience with Pizza Boy. Just as in Mario, you have to save your beloved girl, your beloved pizza from a nasty evil bird, and every time you reach the end of a level, that little coward manages to escape. Pizza Boy is a nice quick game, and if you're looking for a casual game this week, this one is it. Opta-X, on the other hand, is a very addictive game. When I first tried it, I only wanted to see how it would play for a couple of minutes. 30 minutes later, I had finished a long round with many dogfights, minigun bullets en masse, and firing rockets up my enemies' asses. Opta-X doesn't look really appealing, but it makes up for it with a brilliant multiplayer mode that makes you forget the ugliness of the design. When you enter the server, do not leave immediately. Sometimes there aren't that many people online when you enter. In fact, when I entered the server, I was the only one there and flew a few minutes without opponents. Then suddenly the server started to fill and we were 7 people fighting each other fiercely and without mercy. I really enjoyed that game and will probably play it more often in the future. Therefore, Opta-X is my sleeper recommendation of the week. The last game this week is Tokyo Hosto by Baller Industries, and to be quite honest, I can't wrap my head around it. On the one hand, it's solely funny and charming, but on the other hand, it can be very repetitive. You are tasked with entertaining women and make them fall in love with you. You have set responses that you can choose from, and the responses are quite entertaining for both the women and you as the player. After you've played for a couple of minutes, however, it becomes sort of stale. You might want to give this one a try to see if you like it better than I did, because it has potential to be a good game.
Awkward that you're making a disembodied voice.
God! What kind of host insults his client?
That's it for this week. Play these games and see if you like them. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and also check out our other episodes if you're looking for other cool OUYA games. See you again on September 16th.